Surprise, surprise, brothers. Here's the equation for success. We get up our asses, we go out there, we get the shit done, we learn from that. Next time we are doing it better, repeat. Over and over and over again. And quite remarkably, I've been blessed to realize that, yes, learning about the subject is good, it helps. Because we can just simply learn from others' mistakes, so we can just simply fasten the actual process. That is a great way. But on the other hand, if you're doing only one thing or only one part of that thing, meaning that you're only learning about the subject and you're not taking any action, then what will actually happen is that you will end up in an illusionary world where you have all the theories, all the ideas, but that just simply doesn't work in reality. And also, I would like to highlight over here that I would like to talk about actual exceeding in some kind of an endeavor. And this will mostly not be sciences, because in science, what you'll do is to just simply complete pure theory. But what I would like to talk about here is entrepreneurship, becoming a great musician, and just simply doing something remarkable and building up something, an endeavor, if you will so. And so what I've got to realize is that, yes, this is great, to read about it, to learn about it, but actual progress comes from me doing the thing, from me taking action. And so this is the number one thing. Obviously, secondly, we're supposed to be taking the right type of an action, so this is where learning comes in. We're just simply supposed to be taking the proper kind of an action, so therefore we are actually progressing towards the way that we would like to progress towards. And so perhaps these are the two main components of proceeding forward in life, moving forward in life. And so what I've got to realize, again, taking action is the most important part. And so if you're looking all around us, if you're looking all around the world, and you're just simply talking with people, they will be mentioning that, some of them will be mentioning that, bro, like, I would like to lose weight, and from next month I will be buying the gym membership and I'll be starting that whole thing. And so after that, 6 months later, you're just simply meeting up again. Guy's there, you're following up with him. Hey man, how's the gym going? Because he's in the same freaking shape. Hey man, how's the gym going? Yeah, well, I didn't really start a gym because, my girlfriend had this kind of an issue, so we had to spend more time together. Or, like, this job promotion didn't happen. Whatever the fucking hell excuse you might be coming up with, but he'll be coming up with an excuse. It doesn't matter what the excuse is. And so, you're like, man, like, really, like, why didn't you take that action? And so the problem most of the times you see is not that the actual knowledge that we are lacking, that we do not know what to do. Most of the times we exactly know what to do, and especially in today's age. So for example, suppose that you want to become a millionaire. Okay, you're Googling up how to make $1 million online. You will have all the YouTube searches and the Google searches, dropshipping, building up an e-commerce business, building up a marketing agency, building up there are so freaking million types of agencies. Appointment setting agency, reach out agency, cold calling agency. You might not even require a Facebook ad account. Creative agency, so on and so forth. You can become also a coach, whatever you want to do, bro. It's like, you can do that. And there are all the skills, all the courses out there. It's like, you can just simply do that. Like, following the exact actions that are outlined there, you can just simply get there. But actual point with us, and I'm talking from experience again, is that we are just simply thinking about, like, hey man, like, now that I know everything, I'm done, I'm good. And that's a kind of a fake satisfaction, because you have all the great ideas, but you just simply do not understand, because you're not weathered enough, that actual progress will come or will be the result of action. So for example, I know I know the perfect funnel structure, how to sell $10 million, how to sell for 10 mil my personal product and all that, all the good stuff. But since I'm not doing that, I'm not making the $10 million. I know exactly the perfect gym routine, the perfect morning routine, the perfect sleep routine, the perfect eating routine in order for me to be able to lose 20 pounds. Yet, I'm not doing that. Therefore, I'm just simply not losing that weight. So, again, this is how the cycle comes back to the main point that taking action is the most important part. Taking action first, reflection and learning afterwards. And this is how we're supposed to be scheduling our cycle. And so now that we do understand that, we just simply have to figure out the main thing, which is why the freaking hell we are not doing the things that we supposed to be doing, or we are claiming that we want to be doing. So for example, and I'll be breaking down my own examples because these are the things which I know, all round up. And so for example, I was like, man, I want to become an entrepreneur, I want to build up a dropshipping business or an agency or whatever which has something to do with advertising, with people, with selling, basically with acquisitions and creative stuff. Like this is me, like I just simply love selling. Just, I just simply love the process. I'm just so excited about that thing all the time. And so I was like, okay, why am I not doing the dropshipping business? Well, I'm a student, I don't have freaking money, and I also don't know exactly if I want to become a musician yet, so on and so forth. Hey man, why am I not doing the dropshipping business? And after that, I just simply got this calls that, hey man, my Facebook account got shut down, and at that point I just simply switched up everything to Google because I just simply didn't have the knowledge with advertising so much back then. And so I was like, man, okay, like don't worry about that thing. It's like I'll be doing something. What can I do with a Google ad account? Yeah, well, I can run an agency still. I can just simply start running ads and so on and so forth. And this is how I just simply went down on this path. And so basically what happened is that I just got to realize that all of these ideas that I've been holding up inside of my head were just excuses. You don't have money. Okay, how much do you need in order for you to be able to test the product? Suppose 2K back then. I'm talking about 2020. It's like when selling online, selling just with Facebook ads was a thing back then. Like with positive ROI for months. And so I was like, okay, yeah. How can I make that thing happen? Instead of me being like, okay, like I'm 100% focused on the shit, I'll be just simply quitting university. I'll be just simply either starting a job and working for 3-4 months and we'll be saving all that amount of money, or I'll be just simply going out there and getting a loan from my parents or from a friend or something like that, and I'll be just simply paying them back. Instead of me doing that, I was thinking that, okay, brother, I just simply supposed to be doing this thing and that thing, and I was just jumping from activity to activity, and at the end of the day, I was ending up doing nothing, and I was ending up procrastinating, and I was ending up wasting time. The same thing with my agency currently that I've been starting recently. Hey man, why you are not doing the damn agency? And so back then my reason was that I don't have a Facebook ad account. Bro, you have a freaking Google ad account. You can run Google ads and you can run YouTube ads. They're pretty much even better than Facebook ads in certain niches. And so, okay, but you don't have money, bro. I got seasons when I had a lot. I mean, not so much, but like quite decent amount of money. I mean, like being able to invest in quite freaking good sums. So and like me just simply having to be able to invest up front, even offered 3 months trials and so on and so forth. And so what I've got to realize is that all the single time I just simply got these stories. I just simply got the stories that were telling to me that you are lacking something. You're supposed to be having another criteria that is met in order for you to be able to get there, and so on and so forth. And so I just simply ended up not doing the thing and not taking the action. And so I would like to get back here to run a super long cycle and get back to where I am today. I just woke up and I felt today I felt, man, I'm just feeling so good. Yeah, my YouTube funnel just simply started working. You know, I'm feeling fucking great about that. I don't really feel like working. You know, I don't even have too much calories inside of myself. You know, I'm not feeling this rush. You know, of me having to push. I've been meditating in the morning. Like, what if I'd be skipping working out? And so I was like, man, no, you get the workout done and you get back working because this is your shit. And so I was like, man, okay, I'll be just simply doing the push-ups. After the push-ups, I just simply came out here and I just started running. And I was like, man, like, I really shouldn't supposed to be running these 10 rounds because this is my bare minimum. And so I was like, okay, I will be running that no matter what, you know, like, bro, like, stop bitching and just simply start running that thing. And at the 5th round or something like that, when I am, you know, warming up most of the time, I'm usually warming up, I'm like, warmed up, excuse me, I'm like, man, something is not good, you know, it's like, I don't feel like it. And despite of me not feeling like it, and despite of me, you know, having this attitude of, yeah, bro, like, let's have a chill day and let's, you know, like, let this day go, I was like, okay, I'm going through that shit. And now that I gone through that shit, I got this dopamine hit, this dopamine reward. And so now I'm feeling great, you know. Now I'm feeling great and now I'm feeling accomplished. And this thing, whether you believe it or not, starting my day with actually working out and going through something that I do not want to do, is just simply setting me up in a different way. Setting me up for taking action, setting me up for getting shit done, setting me up for actually going ahead and getting that thing done, whether I do have the mood for that or not. Because my brain understands, and you have to reteach it every single God-given day, brothers, whether you believe it or not, that taking hard actions is rewarding. You have to teach it to your brain day after day after day after day. And so this is why I'm actually this great believer of monk mode and staying away from pleasures. And so connecting all the dots, this is how it happens. We just simply have all these excuses in our inside our heads. And since we are not strong enough, and since we are not, I wouldn't say strong enough, but weathered enough and practiced enough in order for us to understand that we just simply have to go against that shit every single God-given day, we are not going against that. We are not going against that thing. And that will be normal for us to just simply have some kind of a reason, some kind of an excuse, that we are bringing up to ourselves, that we are just simply not able to take that action or get that thing done because we just simply have this excuse. And so now that we are living in this paradigm, it is normal to us. And so this is why we're supposed to be doing something that is hard every single day, and not just one thing, but we're supposed to be living like this, and we're supposed to be cutting out the noise. Because again, getting back to the main thing, you can be watching, and this is for dropshipping, for example, or with the agency. You can be watching four hours of video about the agency, and you have all the ideas. But in reality, you do not know how to get that cold call done. In reality, you do not know exactly how to run those ads in your niche. You will not know how to structure your days in order for you to be productive. It's like the actual exact freaking things that you can only learn by taking the darn action. And so, how we can get there? Start with the smaller things, like getting a freaking workout done, brother. Getting a freaking workout done, or getting reading done, or doing anything like cold showers. Going against this norm, this comfort. Because comfort is your greatest killer, brother. Just think about that. If you're comfortable, you don't have the need to grow. If you're comfortable, you are just simply at this place of, hey, I'm good. You know, I'm good. And at that very moment that you're good, then you're fucking lost. And I'm not talking that you shouldn't supposed to be having moments like that. Yes, of course. But the next day, or the next days after that, you're just like back on the track because you have a purpose. You have a damn duty to figure out yourself and to figure out how you can bring the most value over here, because otherwise you're rotting the fuck away, brother. And so that is how it happens. We just simply have to go against that thing. And the best way in order for us to go against that thing, which is the excuses that we do have inside ourselves, is to just simply take action. How we can take action is by simply figuring out what is holding us back. How we can figure out and go through, most important, what is holding us back, going through that no matter what, period. And learning that scale, quote unquote scale, will be forced by you doing something that is freaking uncomfortable every single day. So this is why I'm working out every single day, brothers. Since more than a year now. And there are no days when I'm, there are no days when I'm letting this thing go. Like, I will not be going to sleep up until the point that I haven't been able to create something. And this way my life was like this. And I'm not necessarily talking about, like the things that you can see around me, but inside of here, my freaking self and my discipline and how I feel and how I can control myself and all that shit. So yes, brothers, long story short, love.